Here it comes from the wonderful Bob's Magic Emporium in beautiful sunny Maryland. Bigger and better than ever. Game shows, magic, and a whole lot more coming up on The New Talk is Right. And now, here's your host, the Magic Man of Maryland, Mr. 444RR.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Welcome back to Bob's Magic Emporium. Time for the next episode of The New Talk is Right, the weekly UCast with game shows, magic, and more. As always, before we get started, let's give a wonderful round of applause to our announcer, the Zach Van 18, for that great intro at the top of the show. I love that intro, Zach. That's my favorite one I think anybody's ever done on this channel, so thank you, Zach. That's a fun intro. All right, well, we have a lot to report on this week, so let's get started. And we have some game show news to talk about, and it's Buzzer TV. Now, I talked about this last week. It's the new Fremantle Media-owned network that's going to be showing Goodson Todman game shows, or Fremantle Media game shows. And I have some news about The Price is Right. According to what I've been reading online, that somebody online had emailed a representative for Fremantle Media, and the representative said that The Price is Right won't be on when it launches, but it may be programmed in later. I'm going to make a change to that. I don't think it may be programmed in later. I think it will be. But it's not going to be on when it launches. But I'm going to make my official prediction right now that it will be on later in the network. Because I think that would be really good for that network if they show The Price is Right. Alright, speaking of The Price is Right, if you didn't see an episode this past week, a contestant named Suzanne had a historic moment on the show. And she was the first contestant ever to do this. And she won Time is Money, and the very first contestant to win the full $20,000 on Time is Money. So congratulations to her. That was on Monday's show. Now, it wasn't really, some people online were saying that's not really a historic moment, not as historic as some of the other things that have happened on the show, but it's still pretty historic because she's the first contestant to fully win that game. So congrats to her. And this Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday, but if you're not a big fan of the Super Bowl, you hate watching the commercials, or you really hate watching the game itself, and you don't care about the commercials, well, there's an alternative to the Super Bowl, which is the annual Puppy Bowl on Animal Planet. And this year, the Puppy Bowl is having a crossover with The Price is Right. Yesterday, the referee for the Puppy Bowl was on The Price is Right and presented a Puppy Bowl themed showcase. Well, they're going to have, during the Puppy Bowl, The Price is Right will be on it, where they filmed a public service announcement about pet adoption. So, it's the cutest announcement ever. It's been leaked online, but I'm not going to spoil it, so you definitely want to watch the Puppy Bowl, which they show it like 6 times back to back. So they show it before the Super Bowl, after the Super Bowl, during the Super Bowl, and it's going to air sometime during the 2-hour time slot of the Puppy Bowl. But it's so cute. I guess I'll tell you a little bit about it. A puppy comes on down, and it is so cute. So definitely check that out during the Super Bowl, or during the Puppy Bowl. It's going to air during the Puppy Bowl. Very cute PSA commercial, and Bob Barker probably would be proud if he sees that commercial, because he's a big animal adoption. He was very big on animal adoption. All right, now GSN is looking to revive one of its older game shows. Yes, this is very exciting, and GSN is looking to revive sometime in 2015 Chain Reaction, which is very exciting news. I like that game. I wasn't really a big fan of Dylan Lane as the host. He was all right. I'm not going to say he was the worst game show host, but I really didn't find him very funny. But this should be very good. I love the game Chain Reaction, so it should be good. The only thing they're changing something up about the game, which instead of it being teams of 3, it's going to be teams of 2. And so that's going to be very exciting because the teams of 3, that's how the bonus game, the end game, works. So they're probably going to have to change up the end game, which is very good because I never liked the end game on Dylan Lane's Chain Reaction. It just seemed odd where it was one word at a time until the contestant buzzed in and tried to give the correct answer. I never liked that. So I'm glad they're going to hopefully change up the format of the end game. All right. And now, I'm sorry if I butcher your name, but Nicole Wessenberg was a contestant on Wheel of Fortune the other night, and she had a great bonus land puzzle solve. She, first of all, won the main game with $34,000, just about $34,000 in cash and prizes, and then she made it to the end game. Well, she didn't really have very much to work with because she didn't fill in much of the puzzle. R, S, T, L, N, E are the 3 letters that they give for the bonus land, and they really didn't give, and then she picked 3 consonants and a vowel, and it really didn't fill in much of the puzzle. But with her using the used letter board to her advantage, she solved the puzzle, which was bubbly soap. And she won $45,000. So she won an amazing total there on Wheel of Fortune. So very cool. Just about $79,000 in cash and prizes, a little over that. So congrats to her. And that's a tip for all future Wheel of Fortune contestants. Use the used letter board. It helps you a lot in the game. And, Wheel of Fortune's been giving away some big money the past few weeks, so congrats to them. And there was a contestant on there the other night who was using the used letter board a lot and helping him to his advantage. So it's definitely worth using that used letter board if you ever go on Wheel of Fortune. All right, and now on to the Magic-related news. So first, I want to talk about Wizard Wars. Season premiere was 2 nights ago, Thursday night, and it was amazing. I love Wizard Wars. I think it's one of the best Magic shows on TV in the past decade, probably. It's very cool. If you haven't seen it and you think, oh, well, I'm not a magician, so should I really watch it? Yes. You're not going to know anybody on there, like the magicians coming on probably, but it's still a really fun show to watch because you see these 2 teams of 2 using everyday objects to create some mind-blowing magic. So it's really fun to watch. So I definitely recommend checking out Wizard Wars Thursday nights, 10 p.m. on Sci-Fi right after WWE SmackDown. Alright, there's a great YouTube video making the rounds in the Magic circles right now, and it's called Old Magic, New Look by Christopher James. I watched this yesterday, and it's pretty flippin' cool. So this guy is a magician. He's a close-up guy, Christopher James, and he attaches a GoPro camera to himself and does street close-up magic for people. He's doing old magic tricks, but in a new look when he is using this GoPro camera. It's pretty cool to see. So go check it out. The name of the video on YouTube is Old Magic, New Look. So go check that out because it's really fun. All right, and now we have some very interesting news stories. So you might have heard about this, but there's a woman named Lisa Brown, and she had a little trouble with Comcast this past week. Lisa Brown was calling to ask about her bill because she didn't want to continue using Comcast anymore. Well, she was shocked when she received her monthly statement because the name on her monthly statement was changed, and it wasn't Lisa Brown on there anymore. The name on the bill was A-Hole Brown. Yes, I'm not going to say the full word, but it was A-Hole Brown. They changed the name to A-Hole Brown, and she was very shocked when she got her bill. So Comcast found out about this. Comcast called her and offered a 2-year refund. So I didn't read if she took the refund or not, but that's still not right. You hear about those stories all the time when when you hear people that just do that, and that irritates me because it's like, why? It's like just because the lady called up and had questions about her bill, and you're having a terrible day, you're going to do that to that lady? I don't like that. All right, well, I'm not going to rant too much about that because I can go on a lot about that. All right, so congratulations to a local woman, Maggie Hawk. Of Frederick County, Maryland. She is a first grade teacher in Frederick County, Maryland public schools. And she won a National Teaching Award and $25,000. And she got that recently. This was a local news story that I heard. It's also, I think, making its rounds on the internet too. But it's pretty cool because she's a local teacher. Close to where I live, in the same state anyways, and she was going to an assembly. Now, she had no idea she was getting this award or this $25,000. She had no idea, and the entire school, but they told her class and the teacher to go into the auditorium for this assembly. And they made it a ruse, like they were going to have an assembly, and then when she got in there, she was shocked by the teacher award and the $25,000, and she was very gracious. So congrats to Maggie Hawk. Okay. So I gotta ask you, if this is something if you've ever had this problem. Have you ever had the problem where you've dated somebody and you just didn't hit it off and you're like, I'm so sick and tired of dating, but your family's nagging you about dating and getting a man or getting a woman in your life? Well, not a problem, because now you can have that special someone without having the dating commitment. Let me explain. This is such a weird story. This really is. So for $25, you can have an invisible boyfriend or invisible girlfriend. You will receive text messages, voicemails, and handwritten notes, and also selfies from your invisible boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm sorry, I laughed when I heard this story. This is so stupid. Like, seriously, I would have paid $25 to get an invisible girlfriend or boyfriend. Like, why? Why? Oh my God. So you actually get these selfies from people because it's actual live people. So it's a regular Joe Schmo like me or you who send in selfies, and then the company takes care of the rest. They handwrite out the notes, they send the text messages, they send the voicemails to you. So it's pretty stupid in my opinion. But hey, I guess it's cheaper than going on a dinner and a movie date. Also, if you want to be an invisible boyfriend or girlfriend, you can actually submit your own selfie, and if they pick you, you'll get a t-shirt saying you're someone's invisible boyfriend or girlfriend. That's so awesome. It's like, yes, I'm going to send my selfie, and hopefully I get a t-shirt, and I can wear it around town proudly that says I'm someone's invisible boyfriend. Yes, and also, they ask you for your zip code so that you won't be paired up with somebody who lives close by to you. What a stupid story. Seriously, so stupid. I don't even know. I really don't even know. How stupid. Alright, and the next story that I'm going to talk about is an NFL star, Patrick, I don't know where I got Derek from. Patrick Peterson sets a Guinness World Record. This NFL star, Patrick Peterson, sets the Guinness World Record for the most selfies in 1 hour. He took, first of all, I gotta admit, you gotta go through a rigorous process for the Guinness World Record people. You can't just say, okay, this is my record. You actually have to get it approved by Guinness. First of all, whoever got this record approved the first time, how did they get this approved by Guinness? How is this a world record? Like, oh, I'm going to take the most selfies. Like, what the heck? Like, why? That shouldn't even be a world record in the Guinness Book of Records. Like, why? Seriously, I don't understand. But anyways, this NFL star, Patrick Peterson, took 1,499 selfies in 1 hour. That amounts to 25 selfies a minute. How do you take 25 selfies a minute is what I don't understand. I don't know, but congrats to him for getting the most selfies in 1 hour. Whatever, I don't understand. Alright, and now, people always try to connect with people on dates. Back to the whole dating thing. And there was a woman who posted an ad to reconnect to a man she met in a Walmart checkout line. This woman apparently was standing in a Walmart checkout line and I guess chatted with this guy or saw this guy, and she thought, hey, we could maybe hit it off. So she put an ad in the local newspaper which read, quote, looking for man behind me in checkout line at Walmart, behind the lady with lots of cat food, end quote. No word if the man has come forward. So, hey, if you think you'll hit it off with somebody, why not, Why not? Why not post that? I don't see why you shouldn't. I hope she found the man. I hope she finds true love. I hope he's the one. I hope he's her Prince Charming. Alright, and finally, I saved the best news story for last. This one made me laugh so hard. So, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this dude's last name, because I'm going to butcher it. But a principal in Providence, Rhode Island named Matt had a very fun way of telling that school was canceled because of snow. So, we've seen lots of principals of schools do funny videos that they post to YouTube, like rapping or, just doing some funny thing on the YouTube video. Well, this principal, Matt, sang a song which was a parody of Frozen to Let It Go called School is Closed. This is the most awesome video. If you haven't seen it, I believe the video is called School is Closed. You could probably just punch in School is Closed Frozen song. And, you know, this is the most awesome video. This is when you know you've got a really rockin' awesome principal, because this principal's out there, he's dancing around in the snow and everything, singing, "School is closed, school is closed," and the lyrics work too. The lyrics work. Whoever wrote the lyrics for that is a genius, because I gotta tell you, it is a really fun parody of Let It Go. And I expect to probably see, unless the lyrics he might have like copyrighted them or whatever, trademarked them. I see a lot more teachers and principals, you know, this year and probably next year doing a Frozen Let It Go parody like that. It is so amazing. So, go check out that video. It's a very fun video if you're a fan of Frozen. Actually, forget if you're a fan of Frozen. Go check it out even if you're not a fan of Frozen, because it's so hilarious. The guy is really... he's kind of goofy as he's dancing around in and the lyrics work too. The lyrics just work. So that's gonna do it for this week's The New Talk is Right. Pretty cool stories this week. And I'm gonna leave you with one final thought. School is closed! School is closed! I'll see you next Friday. Have a great week. If you'd like to see more awesome content, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. New videos are posted every day of the week. Also, check out my website and register so you can post in the forums. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, like me on Facebook, add me to your Google Plus circles, and check out my merchandise store to pick up some awesome swag. 444RR, game shows, magic, and more.